Talking about macronutrients and the thermic effect of feeding. So macronutrients, what they are is within calories you have 3 different macronutrients which make up your total calories. So macronutrients, we have carbohydrates, we have fats, and we have protein. Fat have 9 calories per gram, and then we have carbs and protein, both have 4 calories per gram. So that's of significance to understand that fat is more than double the value. So when you're looking to create a calorie deficit, say, you want to be mindful of your fat intakes. You definitely need some for a whole lot of brain function and things like that. Like you absolutely do need some fat, but you want to be mindful of not overdoing it on the fat because the calories add up really, really quickly. Conversely, if you're somebody who is looking to gain muscle and needs to be in a calorie surplus, eat more above what you're burning, fat's a good alternative to really buffer the amount of calories because it does also add up quickly. Thermic effective feeding basically means that for every calorie you take in from a macronutrient, there's a certain level it's gonna need in order to digest that intake, and subsequently it's going to burn a certain amount of the energy that you take in. So fat, again, doesn't burn much at all. It's easily digested. So only maybe 1 to 3% of the amount of calories you take in from fat is going to be used to digest and process that fat. Carbs is going to be a little bit higher. It's 5 to 10%. So if you take in 100 calories of carbs, 5 to 10 calories is going to be burned in the process of digesting that and being able to put it to use. The protein has a significantly higher thermic effective feeding, which is why, again, for people in calorie deficits, we really push taking in high protein for the reason that it leaves you satiated, but also you're essentially almost getting calories at a discount. So if you're taking in 100 calories, 20 to 30% of your total protein being taken in is going to be burned or expended in the thermic effect of feeding, meaning you break down that protein, 20 to 30% of the total calories are needed to do that. So if you're taking in 100 calories of protein, 20 to 30 calories is gone before it even gets digested because it's used in that process. So before it's even applied to your total for the day, even though we account for it, it's being expended. So another reason we really, really push for high protein. So those are the 3 different macronutrients we have: carbs, fats, proteins. Fats are significantly higher in calories per gram. And then the thermic effect of feeding really favors protein, which is why we really encourage, especially in fat loss phases, keeping protein high because it keeps you satiated, has a really high thermic effect of feeding, and it's going to preserve muscle mass, which is critical as we look to have body recomposition.